Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, most beneficent and merciful. This is Divisional Public School and Inter College Lahore. Well, today we are gonna start the lecture 6 of grade 5 science series lectures. This is the last part of unit 9, electricity. From the last two lectures, we had been looking at some of the important facts about electricity. In lecture 4, we had seen electricity is a form of energy. Electricity flows through a material in the form of current. Current is the flow of electrons through a conductor. Atoms are made up of even smaller particles called subatomic particles. In lecture 4, we have learned atom consists of subatomic particles. These are electrons, protons, and neutrons. There are weak electric forces between positive and negative charges that are of proton and electron, and there are strong nuclear forces between protons and neutrons. In lecture 5, we have seen current is the flow of electrons. Then we see static electricity is the buildup of charge on the surface of objects. Then we see there are two types of electrical charges. Initially, the number of positive electrical charge is equal to number of negative electrical charge, and objects are electrically neutral. When charge imbalance occurs, then objects get electrically charged. Lightning is the sudden electrostatic discharge. Then we came to know lightning is 6 times hotter than the surface of the sun. Charge built up in the clouds is due to rubbing of ice particles and water drops against each other. Lightning makes side air extremely hot. When there is rapid contraction and expansion of air, it creates a loud crack, that is thunder. We also learn in lecture 4 how the charge transfer occurs in the presence of insulating air. This is because when the charge stored in the lower cloud and ground is tremendously increased, it overcomes the insulating barrier from the air. This results in the charge transfer between cloud and ground. Well everyone, today's lecture is all about electric circuit and electric fuses. Now, electric circuit. An electric circuit is a path along which electric current flows. A complete electric circuit consists of a battery, a bulb or any other electric device, a switch to control the circuit, and connecting wires. The wires will allow electrons to flow through them. As you can see, an electric circuit provides a way for electrons to flow. The source of these electrons in a complete circuit is a battery or a cell. When electrons leave the battery, they flow through conducting wires. As we know, in conductors, electrons are free to move. When they move through conducting wires, they carry energy with them. So if you connect any appliance in between the wires, it will work by the energy carried by electrons during their flow. As long as the circuit is complete, electrons will flow and bulb will glow. One of the important facts about electricity is that electric current heats up objects through which it flows. Electrical iron, electrical heater, and microwave oven are some of the appliances that make use of this fact. But if these appliances are overheated, then they may get damaged or even can catch fire. Not only these appliances, but every appliance in our house is affected by unwanted high electric currents. There is a limit to the amount of electric current that any device can withstand. If the current exceeds that limit, then components of the device heat up, and this even lead to fire. When excessive current passes through a circuit, it can result in severe shock or it can cause fire. It can damage your device or even can cause death. So is there any way to prevent that from happening? Well, there is a device that is used to prevent all this, and this is called electric fuse. A fuse is a small, thin conductor designed to melt and separate into two pieces for the purpose of breaking a circuit in the event of excessive current. This is what a fuse generally looks like. It consists of a thin fuse wire that is made up of zinc, copper, silver, or aluminium. The thin wire is connected with two terminals which are made up of metal element. The rest of the switch is made up of some non-combustible material. And it makes a perfect sense too. We should make sure that the device used to prevent the fire in other devices must not catch fire. This is how we insert a fuse in an electric circuit. When unwanted high electric current passes through the circuit, the fuse blows out. When high electric current passes through the circuit, the fuse wire melts in about zero point 0.1 seconds. This breaks the circuit and prevents the devices from fire or from blowing out. Well, this was all about electric circuits and electric fuses. To prevent overheating, avoid unnecessary use of electric appliances. Save electricity and turn off the lights, please. Hey, wait! Switch on the lights for a while, please. Let me solve exercises. Open your book at page number 85 and 86 and look for the answers. Question number 1 is choose the correct answer. First one is which of these correctly defines electric current? The flow of protons in an object, flow of atoms in an object, the flow of electrons in an object, the flow of neutrons in an object. This is the flow of electrons in an object. Second is when an object gains electrons, it is positively charged, it is negatively charged, it remains neutral, or it does none of above. Yes, it is negatively charged. Third one is an object becomes charged when it loses or gains electrons. The number of electrons is equal to the number of protons. It is raining. It remains neutral. Yes, it loses or gains electrons. Fourth one is if a material is negatively charged, it will attract a negatively charged object, attract a positively charged object, repel a positively charged object. None of these. It will attract a positively charged object. Fifth one is lightning is an example of electric current, static electricity, sound energy, none of the above. Yes, lightning is caused by static electricity. Second exercise is all about fill in the blanks. First one is flow of electrons in a matter is called electric current. The buildup of an electric charge on the surface of objects is known as static electricity. Third one is materials which allow electric current to pass through them easily are called conductors. Fourth one is materials which do not allow electric current to pass through them are known as insulators. Number 6 is all matter is made up of tiny particles called atoms. Seventh one is lightning is caused by static electricity. Eighth one is when the number of electrons in an atom is equal to the number of protons, the atom is said to be neutral. Ninth one is when an atom loses electrons, it becomes positively charged. 10th one is when an atom gains electrons, it becomes negatively charged. Well, exercise 3 is all about match the definitions in column A with the correct term in column B. First one is an object that loses or gains electrons is called a charged object. This is option B in column B. At number 2 we have the particles in an atom having a positive charge are protons. This is option F in column B. At third number we have the particles in an atom having a negative charge. These are electrons. This is option E in column B. The fourth one is particles in an atom having no charge. These are neutrons. This is option A in column B. At number 5 we have the flow of electrons in an object. This is electric current. This is option D in column B. At number 6 we have the imbalance of positive and negative charges is called static electricity. This is option C in column B. Well, exercise 4 is all about mark the sentences with tick or cross. At first we have a positively charged object will attract another positively charged object. We know the same charges repel each other, so this is wrong. At number 2 we have if some electrons are removed from one object, the object becomes negatively charged. No, the object that has less electrons will become positively charged. So this is wrong. At number 3 we have a material that doesn't conduct electricity is called an insulator. Yes, this is right. At number 4 we have a spark is an example of electric current. No, spark is static electricity. At number 5 we have an atom is said to be neutral if it has more protons than neutrons. No, this is wrong. Exercise 5 is about answer these questions. First part is define electric current. Electric current is the flow of electrons through the conductors. According to booklet, the part 4 of question answers is also included. This is what is static electricity? The imbalance of positive and negative charges over the surface of objects is called static electricity. Well, with this we end up Unit 9, Electricity. So everyone, did you see how important electricity is? We are dependent on electricity everywhere. It has made our lives busy and easy. So save electricity and turn off the extra lights. Please remember to turn off the lights. Thank you.